Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is our take, and we are your hosts. My name is Ocean.
I'm Taylor.
I'm Connor.
I'm Zach.
Welcome back to the show, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the second installment of the poll series, I guess we'll call it. I don't know.
Yeah,
you guys voted. We watched the movies. Now we're talking about it.
Yeah.
All right.
The Democratic series.
If you guys have not checked out the first video in this series, our review of the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, you guys can check it out right here. Make sure you guys go check that out. It's a good episode. It kind of explains what we're doing here. If you guys are new to this series, if you guys haven't watched that one yet, you won't really understand why we're watching a movie from 2016. And the movie that we're going to be reviewing today is produced by Warner Brothers. Like I said, it came out in 2016. The movie is titled The Nice Guys. This movie can be found on Netflix currently. And I'll let Taylor run you guys through who it stars.
So we got Ryan Gosling, who plays Holland March. Russell Crowe plays Jackson Healy. Andrea Rice plays Holly March. Margaret Qualley as Amelia, Matt Bomer as John Boy, Kim Basinger, Judith Kuttner, and Keith David. I don't know why they don't have his character name, but he's listed as older guy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's your cast. Some big name stars. But it's kind of weird because I'll be honest, I never heard of this movie until I saw that it was on the list to watch. So it should be an exciting one to talk about. We're gonna do it traditional.
Anybody watch this before we get started?
I did.
So just Connor. Okay, all three of us have not then.
Oh, you never watched it either?
No.
Okay.
I actually
All
saw
right.
this in
So,
theaters.
oh, you did? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. This is gonna be a fun one. So, traditional fashion as always. We're gonna start with spoiler-free content, dive into scores, and then get into the spoilers. Spoiler-free content. Let's hear from the man that saw it in the theaters when it first came out. Connor, what are your thoughts about rewatching this movie again?
I love this movie. I think this movie is great. I love the dynamic between Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. I think they fucking nail it. And I never understood why this movie was so not
Didn't
only
get
under the radar.
publicity.
Not only under the radar, but it was very much like disliked by a lot of people, and it didn't really get a lot of attention.
Yeah. I mean, it got such a little attention that I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I totally understand that.
Yeah. So, and I don't really understand that because I think this movie's awesome. I think they did a great job, especially with like it being set as like a time period piece in the 70s.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, yeah, overall it was great watching it.
Was it just
time.
as good this time as the first time?
Oh yeah.
Did
For
you
sure.
notice anything about it? Like, was there anything that you're like, oh, I don't remember that?
Not really.
Not particularly.
Yeah, yeah. It was a good movie, and it was hard for me to find any flaws in it because it was just trying to be like a buddy comedy, and I think it nailed that pretty well.
Yeah. So to follow you up, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I like really, really enjoyed this movie. And I know we're saving our overall decisions on like ranking these for the last episode of the series, but like this might be my favorite movie that I've watched in this series, and honestly, it's a contender for my favorite movie I've watched so far this year. Like it's to me, this movie is super, super good. I agree.
Yeah, this movie fucking nails it.
I wholeheartedly agree that the dynamic between Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe is amazing. Like it's super good. And if you guys watched our last episode, I talked about two of the movies that we watched. It benefited from having that great actor dynamic, and this is the second one. This is the other movie that, in my opinion, greatly benefited from having two main actors that their dynamic was so infectious to watch on screen, and I love the time period s to it. I felt like I was watching like a cross of what was the latest um oh my gosh, what's his name, director, oh man, he directed Django Unchained and Pulp
The Hateful
Fiction
Eight. Oh,
and The Hateful Eight. What's the director's name? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna
fuck.
kick myself.
Now I forgot. You're infecting us with your
Uh,
forgetting.
I know.
Hold on.
I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
kick myself when I can't when I
Hold on.
remember his name.
I don't know why I can't remember. This is actually one of my favorite directors of all
Yes,
time.
right. I mean, he's one of the greatest directors of all time. Inglorious
You created a disease.
Oh, Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino. Yeah.
Yes.
Quentin Tarantino. Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino. It reminded me of a cross between his most recent film, the one with Brad Pitt in it,
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Yeah.
and like Pulp Fiction almost. Like it gave me very very vibes of those two movies, and I loved it. I loved it pretty much the whole way through. I don't think I really have that many bad things to talk about it at all. And yeah, man, I really enjoyed this movie. What about you guys?
Go ahead, Zach.
Zachy.
Okay. How's it for someone else's thought? I have to agree with everything he said. This movie was actually probably my favorite movie out of the bunch, and it was really fun to watch and
Yeah.
really stuttery because Cal was watching with me, and you guys know why. But I don't know. I wouldn't. It is. This is more typical movies I watch, so I already knew I was probably gonna like something like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the actors, like you said, the duel, the dynamic is freaking fire. I didn't expect those two to have such a great chemistry on set or
Yeah.
on the movie, and it worked really well. And I was like, damn. And the movie was actually pretty funny too. It wasn't really cringy, which some movies like that are nowadays.
they
so,
can be. Yeah, they can
Yeah,
be
so-
cringy.
I enjoyed it. It was a great movie.
Yeah, I think I have to double down on what you said and really like this movie embodies fun, and it's fucking like this whole movie is just one big like fun package. And if you're looking to have like a really good time and just have fun watching a movie, this is the movie out of like all four of them
Yeah,
that we
I agree.
watched for sure.
for sure. This is definitely fun. What about you, Taylor? What did you think?
I will stand alone on this and say I have no idea what any of you guys are talking about, and I thought this movie was fucking awful.
What?
Wow.
Really?
I'm not surprised.
This
I'm
is
really
on
not
my list
surprised.
because I had not watched it, and it makes sense why I didn't. I fucking hated this movie.
Yeah, see,
Wow.
and that's like the reception that I got when it first came out in the theaters, and it was like,
Wow,
no,
okay.
but I don't. What?
Well, hold on. We'll save it
Yeah.
for the spoiler section, so that way you can give specific examples and reasons. But
Yeah.
all right, I mean, not everybody's gonna love all movies. I get that. So I'm very intrigued to see why you didn't like it. But let's go ahead with scores real quick so that we can get into talking about what you didn't like. So I'll let you go first then. What is your score out of 10 Taylor?
I mean, I'd probably give this like a 4.
Okay, below average. I'm sitting at like a 9 for this movie, which might be like the biggest point differential we've ever had on our take. But yeah, I think I'm sitting at a 9. I really enjoyed this movie. Connor, what do you got this at?
I'm gonna give this movie a 10 because watching it a second time, there's not a single time where I thought like I remembered what happened when I watched
Yeah.
it, in the theater, but I still laughed out loud like
Yeah,
every single time. You know what I mean? Like like that I knew it was coming, but just like automatically that it was just funny, and it was like fun. And no matter how many times I watch this movie, I think I'll have the same amount of fun as I did watching
Okay.
it the first time.
yeah.
Which I
that
think is
could-
I think is like a big up for a movie like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, anytime a movie can transcend time, right?
Yeah.
That can continue to be great over time is really important and is deserving of a high score. So, Zaki, what do you think, buddy?
I would give it an 8. As much as
That's
it
coming
was
from the
my
stingiest score giver of us all. That's pretty solid.
the only reason why I gave it an 8 is because
You can't
when
give it an
I-
8.5.
yeah, I couldn't give it an 8.9924.
Yeah.
No, because when I think about all the movies we watched and I compare it to our last movie we just talked about, the Taken at Pelham, I think that shocked me more of me liking Taken at Pelham over this. Even though this was my favorite to watch, Taken at Pelham was like something I didn't
It
expect to
was,
enjoy.
yeah.
I kind of expected to enjoy this, so that's the reason
Okay.
why I didn't give it as high as a score as
No?
that one.
Hey, man, I get it. That's definitely a valid reason. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not seen this movie, it is on Netflix currently. You guys can go check it out. It's I don't remember exactly how long it is. I think it's under 2 hours. I think it's just under 2
Yeah, I
hours.
think it's like hour and a half.
Yeah, something like that.
But it's well, I mean, the room is divided on whether or not you should watch it, but I think it's worth giving a watch. Taylor, do you think it's worth watching at all,
No.
or no? Okay, alrighty. Yeah, this is gonna be fun, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna serve as you guys' official.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, are we sure you watched the right movie, Taylor?
Oh, yeah.
I thought for sure you would have liked this movie. That's so interesting.
Hell
That's so
He doesn't like it because
interesting.
he's a bronze in Siege.
Well, okay, so
no.
let's hear.
Yeah.
Let's
Hold on.
hear. Let's hear.
What I do want to say real quick though, for everybody, before we get into Taylor's reasons why he doesn't like it, we are going to be talking about a lot of adult-oriented things because this movie does revolve around the adult film industry, and so just a quick disclaimer for everybody watching. Yeah, just so you guys know, we're going to be talking about that realm of stuff. So Taylor, what was your biggest issue with the movie?
I mean, I couldn't really name you one singular thing.
Really?
Oh.
There wasn't a whole lot I liked about this movie.
Did you enjoy Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe as a duo?
No, I liked Russell Crowe. Don't like Ryan Gosling.
Hmm. Okay.
You don't like Ken?
Do you not?
What-
do you
what-
not
what
like
was it
Ryan
about
Gosling
him?
in general?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like him at all.
Like it.
Uh,
I haven't seen
as an
something he's in
actor.
that I enjoy.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah,
And
I
this
think
was
this Gray
just
Man
another
just
one.
kind of ruined you. Huh? Okay, and so. Okay.
well, what
all
what
right,
are
all
some
right.
sp- what are some s-
Yeah.
what are some specifics that you
some-
can give us about what made you, besides Ryan Gosling, which you just said, what made you hate this movie?
All of the humor was just so
Really,
dry to me.
Huh?
I don't like the
none
plot.
of it landed for you.
No, there was
Wow.
like a
Fair.
couple times that I chuckled, and that's as much as as close to laughing as I got to this movie. I really didn't even want to finish this movie when I was watching it. There's
Really?
just nothing about it was really stood out to me being good.
Interesting.
So you
I
didn't
don't
like.
know.
So did you just not like anything about the movie? Was there anything that you did like, or was it all just negative?
I mean, I
like-
liked Russell Crowe's character. I thought he played it very well. Him, I thought was more like actually could be funny. Ryan Gosling was just stupid the entire movie, and that's probably what's funny to other people, but it's not for me.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
I
fair.
ever. I don't think like Ryan Gosling's character to me was meant to be somebody that was a fuck up that like kept messing up things and
Struggling.
had it. Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
struggling private detective and he kept messing up, and then but he has the talent for it. He has the ability to be good at it. He just keeps making stupid decisions, and then by the end of the movie, he figures out how to put it all together, I guess. So yeah, but I mean, I think when you have a strong predisposition to a particular actor, it's hard to set that aside. You know, like there's some
Yeah, that's
actors and actresses that I just like Robert Pattinson. I will never be able to watch something that he's in and like fully be able to put aside my disdain for him. You know what I mean? So I
I mean,
imagine
Robert
it's
Patterson, I do like him in one specific movie, and that's Harry Potter.
Well, what I mean is like that, but that's my equivalent to
dies.
your Ryan Gosling. Is
Well,
what
he
I'm
does
saying.
die in that, but that's not why. He fits the
Oh.
character.
'Cause he dies. But that's like my equivalent to your Ryan Gosling. You know, like you. It seems like you just don't like him as an actor in general, and that I can see how that would affect your
Enjoyment of the
your
movie.
enjoyment of
Yeah.
the movie. Because when one of the main characters is not somebody you like, you can't relate with them, and then that takes away from the whole dynamic of the movie that the movie is supposed to be. So I can definitely see how that would affect you. Was there anything other than Russell Crowe's character that you liked about the movie?
The Nixon moment in the pool was creepy.
That shit was
I knew
hilarious.
it. I knew it.
That shit was so funny. Oh my gosh.
The fact that they had Pornocchio was funny.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
But I mean, that was just a fucking
Yeah, this is a
like ad. So
side thing.
Yeah, it's still the best thing
yeah,
in the movie.
I don't know.
It's
I
not
just-
my nose that grows.
Yeah,
Well,
Like-
I honestly believe that this movie, if there's ever a movie that deserves a sequel, it's this movie, for sure. That I feel like they should have made like for how good it was.
What is the
they should have
what
made
is
a
the Rotten
sequel.
Tomato score for this? Like, I'm curious to know what the general public's reception was to it. You know, because I don't know. It's just so surprising to me. Yeah, see, the Nice
91%.
Guys got a 91 from Rotten Tomatoes and a 79 from the
79.
audience.
Yeah.
Okay. Did the fact that it was centered around the around porno and stuff, did that affect you at all? Did that affect your ability, or like why you liked it?
that it was like around the porn industry.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't matter if it was or it wasn't. I didn't know that going into it.
Is that why you didn't like the plot, or was it just you just didn't like?
No,
the
it
plot?
just seemed dumb. Like I didn't care that it revolved around it. It just wasn't interesting to me.
That's funny because like the first 20 minutes of the movie, I was trying to figure out what the fuck was happening. Like,
Yeah, same.
I was trying to
actually.
figure out like, okay, but you were just talking to Amelia. Why are you trying to find her now? Like, what? I don't understand. And then like Blueface and all that. Just well, what is this? Like, what is happening? So like I don't know. I guess it just grabbed my attention more than it made me not like it.
That's
So
fair.
okay. What are some of the things that you didn't like? I know you didn't like Ryan Gosling, but what else didn't you like about the movie?
The daughter for Ryan Gosling, didn't care for her either.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's fair.
Okay.
A lot of the I don't know, I guess villains. I mean, they're all kind
Like
of
Blueface and
dirtbags, but
John Boy and stuff.
yeah. Just I don't know. I didn't care about any of them either. Like none of them were
Interesting.
really
Did you watch
were intimidating. Or
Did you watch Once
funny.
Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I never finished that. I don't think.
Oh, okay. Did you stop it because you didn't enjoy it, or just
No,
couldn't get?
I just
had-
couldn't finish it at the time,
Just
and then I
time
never went back
constraints.
to watch it.
Because like that's the kind of villain-esque type of stuff that it reminds me of, and I don't know, they're goofy and they're weird and different. Like John or John Boy or whatever his name was is like, it'd be like, I don't know, he's just a weird dude. It's like, oh, that
That's
was
what I loved
me.
about it, though.
I just threw the
Yeah.
girl through the window.
Yeah.
that was
Oh.
great.
All right,
That
like
was hilarious.
yeah, like I don't know, I like that. I guess I just like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I really didn't have
Um,
any issues with any of the characters in the movie. Like,
Yeah, I mean the Ryan Gosling's daughter could
Yeah, she was
I
a
could
little
see how she
irritating.
could be a little annoying, and like, I don't know, just like stay out of it kind of stuff. But I don't know. Did you know that the judge was involved in like? Did you? I don't know. Were you able to guess the ending of the plot, or did you just not care enough to pay attention?
Yeah, I didn't really care.
Hmm.
Like I said, I didn't even
Right.
want to finish the movie.
Yeah. Wow, that's so interesting to me. I mean, like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, not everybody is gonna like all the same stuff. So,
Yeah.
That's fair.
but I like when I was watching this movie, I thought for sure I was like, oh, guarantee Taylor's gonna like this.
We're wrong.
Wow. Okay. Anything else that you didn't like? Anything else you want to point out that was subpar?
I mean, I don't know.
Did you like the music?
I don't even remember the music, honestly.
Did you watch this movie
Other
like late at
than
night
they
or
had
something? Were
Earth,
you
Wind, and
tired?
Fire, right?
Huh? Yeah, they had a lot of
That's
Earth, Wind, and
like
Fire.
the only song I remember.
Yeah.
I
Did
mean,
you
that was
watch this
cool.
like when you were like super tired or something?
No,
No. Oh. I'm just trying to see if there's any external factors that were that could have contributed to
denial.
a negative experience. Because I
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
I
man,
just-
like this movie was awesome. Like,
that just I don't know. Wasn't for me.
okay, all
That's
right.
fair.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Zachy, you talked about how like this is along the lines of what you would normally watch. And I didn't take you for the noir kind of movie guy. So like,
I like.
have you always enjoyed this like time period set?
Yeah, I did because
Really?
I just
Have
I
you
don't know,
seen
it's
Once
like
Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I have not. No, I
Oh,
meant to.
you should watch
it,
that
but
then. If you haven't seen that, then you should. And if you really like this movie, you should watch that.
I don't know. I like the old, seeing like old how they fit comedy, and make it fit the time era. Like comedy nowadays, like it's whatever. Like when you make a comedy movie that's present day, it was like back in the day, like even like old Western comedies, I find pretty good because I think it's just like different from what comedy
Mm.
should be now. Maybe that's just
Yeah.
me, but
No, it
yeah,
makes
like
sense. It gives you
I
a
like the
fresh
old
take on
comedy.
comedy.
Yeah, I like the old comedy and how they try to make it fit into the movie without making it. I mean, some of it was cringy. Don't get me wrong, but it's just the fact that they're able to do something that represents that timeline. I like that part of it.
What
That's just
what humor was cringy for you in this movie?
mainly daughter, the daughter, and
Mm.
the constant Ryan Gosling, the constant just I don't know. I want to say failures on his part. Just I don't know how to explain it. Like his character doesn't feel like at the end doesn't really feel like it truly evolved. You know what I mean? I just felt like he kind of stayed the same for the most part. The only one was the other guy's character. I forgot his character's name, but he was the only one that actually
Healy? Mr.
Healy, yeah, the
Healy?
only one that actually changed, and that's because of the daughter, I think. But yeah, I think Ryan Gosling was the only one that wasn't really like, you know,
Hmm.
different.
Okay.
That's just my approach to it.
I don't know. The impression that I got from him is that he went from being somebody that allowed the enjoyment of a in the moment thing affect his ability to uh, get the job done, and he's just in a perpetual state of like just fuck it, like I'm just
I can
gonna
see that.
keep on with the status quo, and then by the end of the movie, he learned that he has to actively work to be better, and it's like the harder choice of the two, but that it's better and more rewarding, and that he is capable of being that guy. Like one specific example I can give is towards the beginning of the movie when they're at the like adult porno party or whatever with all the people, and then he gets super drunk, right, and
Yeah.
falls down the hill, and there's a whole and Mr. Healy makes a big deal about how you fell down the hill, like, blah, and he jeopardized the mission, jeopardized the objective because he decided to get blasted drunk while on the job, right, while he's working. And then at the end of the movie, it seems as though he did that again, but in reality, he was just faking to gain an upper hand on the enemy, and but he didn't. He was able to abstain from having free drinks and whatnot, which is gotta be really hard, right? Like if you go to a party and they're free
Sure.
drinks, man, like shit, dog. Like,
Especially
open
because
bars.
he's like an alcoholic. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an impressive, to me, it's an impressive development of character to be able to forego those temptations and in the interest of of completing your mission and saving the day or whatever. And it shows
That's
some
fair.
development.
Yeah,
But
I
I mean,
agree
like,
with that. But
I mean,
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
trying to say you're wrong. I just that was the
It-
impression I got from him.
to an extent, I'm right and wrong. I think.
We're all
Hey,
to an extent
no.
right and wrong.
Yeah, it's just how
Some
it
more
would
than
be.
others. But
Some. I don't know. It's
Taylor,
just-
do you typically not enjoy this genre of film? Like, do
no,
you,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the genre. Like
okay.
the
I'm
only things
just,
I don't like, I
I'm
watch
just
everything.
dissecting, dog. I'm just dissecting here. That's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to like, I'm not trying to say you're wrong or anything. I'm just trying to like.
Oh, I know I'm not wrong.
I mean, I don't know.
worry.
It's 3-1, but whatever.
Yeah, but it's 3-1 versus me.
Okay.
Is it because
Okay, big boy.
because all the cars were bulletproof?
That's always
No,
something
I
that's
mean,
so
that's-
funny to me about movies.
So
is how
every car is
cars are
bulletproof. No matter what gun he uses, it's bulletproof.
Yeah.
I mean, he only uses like one gun.
The
That's
only
about
scene that I
fucking-
would say was cringy and didn't really make me laugh when it was intended to was when he falls asleep at the wheel, and
Yeah,
like he dreams that scene of him talking to him about the ankle gun, and then there's the bee in the back seat getting high. Like, I know that was intended to be funny, but it didn't, like, I was just
yeah. I
like,
didn't
oh.
understand what's up with the bees. I did I miss something in the movie?
I think Ryan Gosling's character is like afraid of them, or like people just have an irrational
they
fear.
talked
of beers.
about it at one point.
I don't know if I missed the part of the movie. I was like, what the
It
fuck is
was-
a bees?
It was some kind of connection with the fucking hippies. All the people, they were like, it was like part of their anti-protest thing of the environment, and the
Oh.
bees can't breathe and blah blah blah.
The
blah,
birds
blah.
can't
The
breathe.
birds, yeah.
That shit was
Whatever.
hilarious. But I thought you were dead.
We are dead.
Ah, my hand! I thought you were dead, man. Oh, that's hilarious. I don't know. That kind of stuff is funny to me. Like, that shit is hilarious.
Yeah,
So-
for me, I didn't think any of the, even like the bee thing. I like cartoony slapstick kind of comedy like that. Like when they just kind of make a cartoon into like cartoon comedy and they transfer it over to real life. I like that. And that's kind of how I felt about the comedy in this movie. Was that it was like you're watching a cartoon
Yeah.
with cartoon comedy, but but they mirrored it over into real life, and I thought they did a good job.
Yeah, I thought so too. But, okay. Alrighty. Connor, what was your favorite part of the movie?
The one with the characters in it.
Yeah,
The what?
It was hard. I guess actually my
Are you
favorite
talking
part
about
of
the very
movie-
beginning when they show Misty Mountains?
No,
I just
my
want to
favorite-
comment real quick. Every time I saw Misty Mountains, all I could think of was Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Just the Misty Mountains and the Lord of the Rings. That's all I could think of.
My favorite part of the movie was like towards, kind of the last act when they're like going to that apartment building, and Ryan Gosling's coming out of the elevator, and then he sees the guy get like
Shot.
They're all
fucking
gonna
killed or whatever, and he's like,
They're just like,
oh,
nope.
okay. He's like, yeah, he starts like going, he's like pressing the button, like get back down. Because that's like the perfect
starts
embodiment
shaking
of
in
like
the elevator.
cartoon comedy, where it's like
Yeah.
he walks out, and
Nope.
it's super slapstick. The guy gets shot, and he's just like, "Hurrah!" and it fucking flies out, over onto the floor, and he's like, oh shit, and it's just like starts like, trying to get down, and then the fucking
It's also
he
the
gets thrown
exact
off the
opposite of what we
balcony.
would expect
Yeah.
for the protagonist to do, right?
Right,
These guys
exactly.
are supposed to be the heroes of the day.
Yeah.
They see danger.
But he's a cartoon character. He's
Right.
just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
It's like, whoa, this is not what I signed up for. Never mind. Bye, 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 bye. I'm out of here. Yeah. I did enjoy that too. Trying to think of what my favorite scene was. I don't know.
Favorite scene.
What was your favorite scene, Zach? Do you have one?
I don't know. It's a lot of good scenes, and I feel like if I say my favorite scene, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I
Just
did
say it.
find I did find the mermaid scenes little ridiculous because I was like,
Oh,
I
that
don't know if
they're
that's
in the pool.
yeah, like
What do you
I
mean?
Well,
I
what's
don't
your
know, like
favorite scene? What's the
No, no,
scene
no.
that
But hold
you?
on, hold on. Finish your thought, because I'm curious to know what you mean.
because I don't know. I think of the '70s, and the last thing I think about is half naked mermaid people just in pools at parties.
Bro, you realize everybody was on drugs at that time, right? Like everybody did drugs, and
Yes,
all they
facts.
probably
Yeah,
were
no, yeah,
thinking
you know, you're
about
right. Thinking
was
about it,
half fish, half
think,
people. Like,
thinking about it. No, yeah, you're right.
like everybody was on drugs.
Yeah, I
dog.
forgot.
Like, I'm sure that's exactly what they were thinking about.
Yeah, everybody was on
That's probably
LSD
a
and they all
simple
wanted to
thing.
fuck mermaids. It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
actually, no, thinking about it, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
I was thinking about it from a sober person's point of view, but if I wasn't
Yeah,
sober,
you
like,
gotta
that's the
remember.
shit.
You gotta remember that everybody did drugs at this time.
Yeah, that never mind. You're right. I think my favorite scene. Shit, I don't know, man. I think it's just I don't have a favorite scene. I think there's too many good scenes for me to pick. Like I like the whole roof scene where he fakes him out and they fall off the roof and he somehow fucking survives, which I think is very
Oh,
cartoony, and that one was pretty good. I thought that
yeah. I
was
mean,
really
yeah.
lucky, and then
It's just
I also
it's a completion of the joke, right? It's complete because
yeah
then when Mr. Healy asked him, "Oh, you fell again?" and
yeah
like, yeah, he did, but this time it wasn't because he was fucking drunk off his ass.
yeah no, I did like that scene. I think it was very
Okay. One
conclusion.
of my favorite moments, and it's just a moment. It's not necessarily like the whole scene, but one of my favorite moments is when they're talking to the head of the court
Department
or
of
whatever she
Justice,
was, Department of
Justice Department,
Justice.
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
And she's like, I want to hire you both. And they're like, oh, we're pretty expensive. And she starts like writing $10,000 on the check. And she's like, we'll do it for no less than 5. And she's like, oh, okay. And then rips up that check and writes them a check for 5. That's the kind of shit that made this movie really funny for me. So I enjoyed that a lot.
I didn't get a Healy, the Russell Crowe's character, because like sometimes he's found killing people, but they see a dead body and they both throw up. It's like, like
I mean, he
you know
was
what I
also
mean?
like a disfigured body. Like it wasn't just like a dead person. It was a dude with a messed up face. I think you might be a little insensitive, buddy. Like that's
He was
Yeah,
also,
sure.
I mean, he was really just like an enforcer. He just beat people up.
yeah.
I mean, he did
Like
kill.
he didn't really kill. Yeah,
He-
Yeah, but
after
he
prior
killed
to
that,
that,
him.
he
yeah.
didn't really kill people. He just beat them up.
Yeah,
It wasn't
prior-
until they got into this, like, whatever you call it, and started shooting people and stuff.
I'm sure he had, but it doesn't surprise me that he threw up. Like that's one thing that I think a lot of people don't actually understand about seeing like dead people and stuff. There's like there's okay. So the biggest difference is that when you see it on screen and you see it in like videos and movies and shit, you can't smell them, you can't hear them, and those two senses are extremely powerful when it comes to your like gag reflex and shit. So when you smell a dead body or smell what somebody that is dead smells like, and whatever sounds they make, it's pretty powerful. Like I threw up the first time. I ain't gonna lie, I did. So it doesn't surprise me at all that he threw up, no matter how much times he's punched people and broken bones and all kinds of stuff. So
That's fair.
yeah. Alrighty. Taylor, are you open to watching any more Ryan Gosling movies, or did this just like cut you off from watching anything with Ryan Gosling in it in the future?
Yeah, you gotta watch the Barbie movie, man.
Yeah, well, that's mainly why I'm
Well, that's
asking
'cause-
because I know you were already on the fence about watching the Barbie movie, but now like that you had another bad experience with Ryan Gosling, I'm just curious, like
Yeah, but I mean, that movie has like other people that are probably better than him in it. So he's a side character. He's only Ken, so or
Okay.
one Ken.
one of the kids, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Okay. Alrighty, are you guys gonna watch Barbie?
No,
I'll probably
that's unfortunate.
I'll
That's
probably watch
unfortunate.
it because Haley's probably gonna want to watch it.
Yeah, that's on me.
I will
I
say
think I'm gonna
that
watch it.
the trailer for Barbie, the like thing they say on the new one, I think is complete bullshit. And they're like, if you love Barbie, this movie's for you. If you hate Barbie, this movie's for you.
Oh.
No, it's not.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
Just
that's on the
stop.
newer
It's like
version.
what they say. Oh.
Get help.
Okay.
Have you seen
Alrighty.
Drive, Taylor,
Yeah,
Drive.
I have. Yeah, it's another Ryan Gosling.
with Ryan
movie.
Gosling?
Probably not.
He's a getaway driver.
I feel like maybe just give that one a chance and see if it changes your mind about Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Because that
I mean,
one's
I'm never,
more
like,
action oriented.
It's. I'll
It's
be
pretty
honest, ladies and
brutal.
gentlemen. It was the Notebook that did it for me. Like, I love him in the Notebook.
Man, I don't ever like stop watching movies because of an
Yeah, because
actor.
of an actor.
I don't like Robert Pattinson, but I've seen him in multiple movies, and I only liked him in one.
No, ladies and gentlemen. Taylor hates Ryan Gosling. Put it on a poster. Put it
I mean,
out there.
I don't like him currently. Yeah, but
The
that
next
doesn't mean I won't watch
screenplay that
movies. he's
Taylor
in.
writes, Ryan Gosling is not
Would you-
invited.
Would you rather watch
No,
Ryan Gosling or
Denzel
Ezra
does not
Miller?
like Ryan
He
Gosling.
he only writes screenplays for Denzel Washington.
Denzel.
We've
Denzel.
already
You
established
wanted
this.
Denzel.
I'm right here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us on the second episode of our Democratic series, as Connor likes to call it. But we
You
appreciate
said-
you guys putting this out there. Real quick, whose choice was this? Whose list did
This
this
is
come
mine.
from? Oh, this came from yours too? Wow. Okay. I mean,
Like I
it
said,
makes sense
I
though,
purposely picked movies
Yeah,
that I
that you
didn't
hadn't
watch.
seen yet. All right.
or just
Been a
unusual.
long time since you've seen. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you guys thought of this movie. If you haven't seen it yet, whose side do you fall on? Are you Team Taylor?
The right
or-
side
or Team everybody
or
else?
the wrong side?
Are you on Team Taylor or are you on Team the right side? Are you on Team
Ladies
the
and
correct
gentlemen,
guys?
the correct guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Really appreciate all the love and support you guys have been showing us. Really looking forward to continuing to give you guys content. Let us know what you guys thought down in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend. Check out our social media as well as the other links or our other shows here on Any Kind Media. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Adios.